The 7 deadly sins that may cost you your right to the kingdom of heaven. In this video, we're going to discuss the 7 deadly sins and a Bible verse that correlates each sin, that you may know what the 7 deadly sins are and to avoid them at all costs. Let's jump right into it. Pride. Pride is one of those things that big-headed people tend to get. And believe it or not, this very same thing will lead you into destruction. James chapter 4, verse 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he said, Yahweh resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Yahweh said he resisted the proud, or the one with pride, but giveth grace unto the humble. Lust. With social media being so sexualized and that P word a lot of people tend to watch, it's no wonder why so many people fall into this category. But this one also will lead you into destruction. Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her, hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. So you ain't even got to physically touch her or have sex with her. All you got to do is look at her and be like, man, guess what I'll do to that? And you already committed adultery. See, this is how dangerous lust could be. Greed. This is the easy one. You may know someone with this characteristic of greed. And if anybody's seen that television show, American Greed, I'm sure you know what happens every time on each situation. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 10. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. You can never have too much. You always want more. You got something, you steady want more. Never content. This is what greed can get you. Sloth. Being lazy. Not on fire for the kingdom of Yah. This also could lead you on a path of destruction and ultimately cost you your right to the kingdom of heaven. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. You ever seen an ants? You ever seen the ants? They all working together. They all moving. None of them is standing still. None of them are being lazy at all. They all working together. Stay moving. This is how you should be when it comes to being sloth. Envy. We've all had somebody like this. Family, friends, co-workers. This gonna be an easy one. Shouldn't have to explain this. Galatians chapter 5, verse 26. Let us not be desirous of vainglory, provoking one another, envying one another. Don't be wanting or despising your co-worker, family members, friends. Don't be despising them. Plain and simple. This is envy. Wrath. Wrath is letting your anger allow you to sin. The Bible clearly states, be angry and sin not. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Exactly what I was just explaining. Be angry and sin not. The Bible clearly states this. Gluttony. Gluttony is associated with greed, usually dealing with food or drink, whether you're eating too much or drinking too much. This also could cost you your right to the kingdom of heaven. Philippians chapter 3, verse 19. Whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. Whose God is their belly. See, this is what gluttony can take you. Oh, I'm going to feed myself. I'm going to eat what's on this plate, knowing you don't need it. Boy, I tell you. Now that you know the 7 deadly sins, you should have a little clearer understanding of how we should walk with Christ. Hope y'all enjoy it. Shalom.